I've got the top 10 trade candidates in fantasy basketball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. I'm going to count down the top 10 trade candidates ahead of the February 8th trade deadline. If you like this content, please smash that like button. And a special thanks goes to all of our subscribers who have been watching these videos, as you now account for almost 26% of all viewers. To the other 74% of viewers that haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so, as it helps me create these videos for you. Also, leave a comment on a player that you think deserves to be on this list. This episode is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy Sports. Use the promo code BEATTHEODDS to double your first deposit up to $250. And first-time users get a free square, like tonight. If you bet on Steph to score 1 point and he does, then you win. Let's dive right into number 10 here on the list. Jonas Valanciunas. He's 64th ranked on the Yahoo game. This season, 26 minutes, 13.9 points, 9.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 0.6 threes, 0.5 steals, 1.1 blocks, 1.4 turnovers on 57% shooting from the field and 81% from the line. Valanciunas has an expiring deal, and the Pelicans have draft assets. This is a team with playoff aspirations that could look for another piece to bolster their lineup. JV has been in this position before, with the Raptors trading the big man for Marc Gasol ahead of their championship run in 2019. If he gets moved, his value will likely stay unchanged, as he doesn't require many minutes to produce quality lines. Let's go to number 9. We have Kelly Olynyk, currently ranked 137th in the Yahoo game. 20 minutes per game this season, 8.1 points, 5.1 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 0.7 threes, 0.8 steals, 0.3 blocks, 1.7 turnovers on 57% shooting from the field and 84% from the line. Olynyk is also on an expiring deal, and the Jazz have caught fire over recent weeks, prompting the discussion around a potential trade to prepare for a playoff push. The versatile big, who has exceptional passing abilities, is more likely to see his role reduced, especially if he is traded to a contender. Olynyk is a fringe roster-worthy player to begin with, and he could be dropped if he gets traded to a team that will likely reduce his role. To number 8 we go. Harrison Barnes, currently ranked 163rd in the Yahoo game. 30 minutes per game this season, 11.9 points, 2.9 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.9 threes, 0.7 steals, 0.2 blocks, 0.7 turnovers on 48% shooting from the field and 83% from the line. After posting back-to-back 30-plus scoring lines and wins against Atlanta and Golden State, Barnes has played well in the two subsequent games, garnering 38 and 35 minutes on the floor respectively. Is he getting featured to increase his trade value? Possibly. And if he does, I don't see teams lining up to give him 35 minutes a night, so you can expect his current scoring streak to come to an end. Let's go to number 7. We have Bojan Bogdanovic, currently ranked 122nd in the Yahoo game. 33 minutes per game this season, 20.4 points, 3.4 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 3 threes, 0.9 steals, 0.1 blocks, 2.1 turnovers on 47% shooting from the field and 77% from the line. For teams that are looking for a sharpshooter, Bojan should be a popular name floating around in trade talks. He struggles on the defensive side of the ball, but he is a legit 20-point-per-game scorer in his current role. His scoring numbers will likely dip, as it is difficult to envision another team offering him 33 minutes per game on a consistent basis. If you have him rostered, he makes an ideal sell-high candidate. Going to number 6, we have Miles Bridges, currently ranked 45th in the Yahoo game. Over the course of the season, he has 37 minutes played, 20.9 points, 7.3 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 2.3 threes, 1.1 steals, 0.5 blocks, 2.1 turnovers on 46% shooting from the field and 86% from the line. Miles is 5th in the NBA in minutes per game. That's not going to continue if he gets traded to a contender. If he gets traded, I imagine that he's going to rather go to a team that's going to have a larger role for him. He does have he has the power to veto a trade, which will be interesting to see if that plays a factor in him getting traded at the deadline. Fantasy managers are likely hoping that he stays. He's a clear number 2 option in Charlotte, and I really don't see him being that type of option anywhere else. Let's go to number 5. We have Malcolm Brogdon, currently ranked 104th in the Yahoo game. 28 minutes per game this season, 15.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 2.2 threes, 0.7 steals, 0.2 blocks, 1.5 turnovers on 44% shooting from the field and 83% from the line. Brogdon is a starting caliber combo guard whose services will likely be coveted at the trade deadline. He's putting up some solid lines in less than 30 minutes per game, which gives him a solid floor no matter where he ends up. He's currently owned in 77% of Yahoo leagues, so there is a good chance that he's not sitting on your waiver wire. But I would target him in a trade, though, one that will certainly pay off if he finds himself in a solid role on a playoff-bound squad. Over to number 4, we go DeJounte Murray, currently ranked 40th in the Yahoo game. 35 minutes per game this season, 21.4 points, 5 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 2.4 threes, 1.3 steals, 0.3 blocks, 2.2 turnovers on 47% shooting from the field and 83% from the line. Murray's trade to Atlanta has capped his growth in the league as he shares and often defers point guard duties to Trae Young. There are rumors that he may be on his way to LA, and if that actually happens, I don't see it paying immediate dividends for DeJounte owners. If he plays on a team that doesn't have as many ball-dominant players, at that point I would expect Murray's numbers to rise. Over to number 3, we go D'Angelo Russell, currently ranked 80th in the Yahoo game. 31 minutes per game this season, 17.3 points, 2.6 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 2.6 threes, 0.8 steals, 0.5 blocks, 2.0 turnovers on 48% shooting from the field and 79% from the line. Russell's recent play on the court has stalled the talks of the Lakers pursuing DeJounte Murray in a trade. It is a common occurrence with the Lakers, though. If you're not named LeBron or AD, you're expendable. We'll see how this does shake up, but I'm not expecting Russell to remain on the team once the offseason comes along. His value should remain consistent whether he gets traded or not. Let's go to number 2. We have Bruce Brown, currently ranked 129th in the Yahoo game. 29 minutes per game this season, 11.8 points, 4.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1 3, 1 steal, 0.3 blocks, 1.3 turnovers on 48% shooting from the field and 83% from the line. Brown's likely going to end up as a bench piece on a contender by the trade deadline. It's going to be difficult to see a path to 30 minutes per game on another squad, and frankly, if he stays with the Raptors, he's likely going to see his minutes decrease anyways once the team is healthy and officially in tank mode. He's roster-worthy now, but there's too much uncertainty in his immediate future to risk putting him on your fantasy squad. And last but not least, we have Zach LaVine, currently ranked 83 in the Yahoo game. 35 minutes per game over the past season, or over this season. It's 19.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 2.4 threes, 0.8 steals, 0.3 blocks, 2.1 turnovers on 45% shooting from the field and 85% from the line. LaVine wants out. The Bulls want LaVine out. Hopefully it happens soon enough for the disgruntled wing. He's currently nursing an ankle injury that might keep him out until the trade deadline. And if he suits up for another team, he's likely going to be placed in a prominent scoring role. How that's going to impact fantasy managers, though, is going to be decided once we kind of see where he ends up. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I am going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on our next episode.